Hello YouTube family, so this is the follow-up video on my Capacitive Proximity Sensor project. In this video I show you an in-depth look at the creation process. This is just a fun device that helps me eliminate the use of a light switch by sensing my nearby presence, specifically when I sit down in my chair. So welcome to Fabrication Fridays, where we chat and... So if you missed my short on this, I bring it to you now. Hey, what if we could build something that could assist in this problem, always leaving the power on or forgetting to turn off something at your workstation, and totally without the use of off-the-shelf PIR sensor or a microwave sensor? Well, I found a solution for that. I transformed this Arduino into a Capacitive Proximity Sensor, or let's just call it a motion sensor, with just a little bit of soldering and a few blocks of C code. Check it out. As you can see, I'm soldering and building this, but in a moment the two wires I point out in this demo act as the antenna sensors. So once I get close to them, or in this case sit in my chair at my desk, it triggers all power to turn on. Demo, I'm in the field, it's on, I leave the field, it's gonna turn off, delay, yeah, sweet-tacular. Pretty cool, huh? Check that out. Here's to saving electricity when I walk away from my desk. That's my awesome artwork in my chair. So if you like what you just saw, I invite you to keep watching. Let's do it. Alright. Here we go. Do this. I just got these Arduinos that I just got in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop these open. Now I don't use these terminal pins, but put these to the side. We got the Rockstar right here. Yeah, look at that guy. Okay, got some wires here, got the relay, and of course the Arduino. Okay, so I'm gonna take my pre-cut wires here, and these are going to be the ones that are going to act as antennas. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my soldering iron, and if you saw my other video, could you hear that? It just turned on. It's turning on right now. It's heating up. Okay, and while we wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of splice these two bad boys right here, right down the center line, and cut our little antennas off, because that is what's happening here. Okay, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and strip this little bad boy off here, about maybe ½ inch, quarter of an inch. Okay, so we've got this stripped off here. Okay, go ahead and twist this, and do the same thing with this one here as well. It doesn't matter the colors, because these are going to be just the antennas, capacitive field sensors, if you will, that we are actually going to be stringing alongside my desk. And I'll explain that in just a second. That's the reason why I cut it this length here. I might even cut it shorter, but we'll get to that later here. So we're going to go ahead and use analog 0 and analog 3. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using analog 3 and analog 0, and also D13 right here for the relay. That's all we're going to be using. That's all we need on this board. I know it sounds like a waste, but trust me, after this project you're going to dig it. So let's keep going. Alright, moving this stuff out of the way. Twist this a little bit more. Do a twisty twist, right? D13. There we go. So we're gonna make this a quick solder extravaganza. Alright? So I'm gonna put this here and just solder these bad boys here. Alrighty, so not too much to say here other than make sure you twist those wires clean so you can slip them into the pins nice and clean. And we're just doing some soldering here on analog 0, analog 3, and D13 pins. Good to go. Alright, check that out. Alright, so we are good to go there, and got the two antennas here. You might be asking, well, why not just use like a PIR sensor, or maybe a microwave sensor, or any kind like that? Well, you're right, I could use either one of those. We could use all types of sensors that they sell on the market, but believe it or not, I discovered with a little bit of code that I created, you can actually use this as a sensor. Believe it or not, that's crazy. Now, if I'm behind the game and you electronics majors out there already knew this with the Arduino, then good on you, and I'm so glad to actually get aboard on this train, you know? I also like the fact that this is a capacitive proximity sensor because it just basically judges your proximity field. So like if you walk into the field, which these two antennas are the sensors here, it turns on. So, and I'll demonstrate once the final product is done, but I'll demonstrate why I like this notion better than actually using a PIR or microwave sensor or whatever you want to kind of use, because it's like, why not save a few bucks by just making an Arduino do the exact effect that you want? Okay, so anyway, let's keep moving on. I'll actually chop 1/4 of an inch of this off here at the very end of the actual D13, which is digital input 13. Actually, this is more or less going to be an output. I will go ahead and tin the tip on this one here. Yeah, so this part here is going to actually be going into the in signal, which I'm going to be so yeah, went ahead and put that on the in signal because that's going to fire off the in signal once we are done. And believe it or not, we are actually almost done with this in terms of completing the actual project before I actually install it on my desk. So, but what I'm going to do is one more other step, and I'm going to find a small little LED strip. Alright, so I needed an LED strip, okay, just to demonstrate on camera what I'm going to be accomplishing here. Alrighty folks, so all I'm doing here is just finishing up the soldering of the 12-volt LED light that's going to demonstrate the actual device that's going to be working. In this case, again, it's capacitive proximity sensor, and so nothing really too much to say in this part. Alright everybody, there is a method to this madness, okay? It looks a little bit wiry, but I'm going to go ahead now and actually upload the Arduino code that I created for this here. Let's do that now. Plug this in. Okay, so I'm going to obviously draw a picture of where this Arduino and the relay is going to go with these wire antennas right here, and so that it'll actually turn on all my power. Forgive my drawing because I'm not an artist, but I'll just try to do my best here. But terrible chair. But anyway, so, and this me facing forward, so when I sit down in the chair, it's going to sense the capacitance field, and it's going to cause the Arduino, which is actually right now it's on. As you can tell, see the two lights here means it's on because I'm in the capacitance field. It's going to be on, and then when I leave it, I'll leave it right now, it'll turn off. I'm in it right now, and then I leave it, it'll turn off. Let's actually demonstrate with the light. Let me plug in the light again. Okay, so I wanted to do another demo because I wanted to draw the legs on my desk. Okay, that was bothering me. And also to point out my chair. But you knew that was a chair because it looked like a chair. Anyway, demo. I'm in the field. It's on. I leave the field. It's going to turn off. Delay. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm going to go in the field. And keep in mind the wires are here. I'm going to leave the field. And it's going to turn off. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's my awesome artwork and my chair. Here's to saving electricity when I walk away from my desk. This does away with on and off switches. Yeah.
We're sending you back to the future.